You have seen Starfleet Academy episode 1.
I've seen. Okay, yeah.
Oh, you've seen more. Well,
I've seen 1.5 episodes. I'm halfway through episodes.
I know you received the first 6 episodes.
Yep.
You can now reveal your review for Starfleet Academy episode 1. Please tell us all about it.
Okay, so for you fans of new Star Trek, it takes place 100 years after the burn. What is the burn? The best I can tell you is in Star Trek Discovery, I guess something happened with the dilithium crystals, which made space travel almost impossible. It destroyed the Federation. It split up the Federation to the point that Earth left the Federation and then came back at the end. You saw clips of that during our Star Trek funeral. So this is 150 years after that. The Federation is finally back in a position where it can reform itself. And one of the symbolic moves that says the Federation is back is that they are reopening Starfleet Academy for the first time in 150 years. But they need someone to lead that. And the leader is Captain Aki, played by Holly Hunter. Now, the thing about Captain Aki is that she was the adjudicator of a space pirate. So a space pirate was captured, played by Paul Giamatti. A woman who was associated with him had a son. The woman played by Tatiana Maslany. Son is Caleb Meir. So they capture them. Holly Hunter's character sends Paul Giamatti's character to hard labor, sends the mother to a detention camp for rehabilitation, thus separating a mother and her son. And because the son escaped, Holly Hunter's character felt so bad that she resigned from Starfleet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and now she's being asked to run Starfleet Academy, but only under one condition: if she finds the little boy and brings him along with her, so that they can together find his mother, which is the running through line of season 1. Finding the kid's mother, because battles with Borg's boring, passe. We're gonna find the mother, and so now that they're opening Starfleet Academy, the opening episode is they're gathering all the students. They're boarding a ship that's going to go to San Francisco, where Starfleet Academy is. And so all the students are there. It's student orientation, all this fun stuff. And they board the Majestic. Guess what the name of the ship is?
What?
It's the Athena.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
I feel a lot of feminine energy in this show.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So wait till we get to the cast. So they board. So Aki finds Caleb. Caleb is this kind of hacker, really hates the Federation, is just trying to find his mother. They all board. While on the ship, he gets to the communicator illegally because he's just a student, and he sends a message to his mother, and that message gets to the newly escaped Nas Braca, Paul Giamatti's character, and they attack the ship and almost destroy it. And that's kind of the episode, is how are they going to get out of this situation. So basically this kid told Nas Braca inadvertently where the ship was, and now it's being attacked and everyone could die, but somehow they get out of it. I mean, that's the quality of story we got here. Let's go over some of these characters here. We've seen the Klingon. The Klingon is a little bit different from the other Klingons. While most Klingons are about honor, he has been influenced by his mother, and that he has a lesser hard edge than most Klingons. He appreciates the beauty of nature.
Would you say for the Klingon character, what's his name?
It's Jin. No, sorry.
So
Jaden Craig.
So Jaden, would you say that he grew up in a fatherless home?
Yeah, I don't think they say that, but he was more influenced by his mother.
It
Yeah.
sounds like it's implied that.
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
would they do that to the black Klingon?
I know.
I'm just saying, funny that more influenced by the mother, but go on.
Okay.
Tell me
So,
about the other characters.
yeah, so down in the kind of middle left is Caleb. So apparently transporters are like doorways now, where you can transport by walking through a doorway. And not only that, there's one scene where he's like he doesn't want to be in uniform. He's got long hair, and they fire him through one of the teleporter doorways, and he's in full uniform, and his haircut is nice, just like that
Wait,
one.
so the transporters, they're just like doorways you walk
Yeah.
through?
Mhm.
Oh my God. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Um, the girl next to him, that second episode is basically them trying to get Beta Z back into the Federation, and she's a Betazoid. There's a girl there to his right who is kind of this. She's an alien who wants to kind of understand Caleb's, uh, you know, street rat kind of ways. Then there's the preppy kid on the right there, and then you see the black girl with kind of the buns in her hair. She is a hologram. She is the first hologram student of the Federation.
Wait, what? So she's like an AI?
She's like the doctor. She's a hologram.
Great. That's great.
Yeah. Okay. And then look, if you go see, here's the Jemadar character. You're kind of close. Not exactly Jemadar. She is the product of a relationship between a Klingon and a Jemadar, and she is the number one. And she is the more military like character in this entire show. And then you have the Holly Hunter character. Let's describe a couple things about the Holly Hunter character. She is very much a humanist. She actually lived at the time of the burn. She's well over 200 years old. And she's here, and she realizes the mistake she's made. She's very touchy-feely, very nice. She tells on the second day, she tells the students, be on time, listen to others. That's how you'll survive here at Starfleet, as opposed to actually installing discipline. And then, when she sits in the captain's chair, mostly all of the captains, they sit there like they're captains, but she curls up in the captain's chair like a cat. That's her thing. And she walks around barefoot because that's what they do. Um Look, the other thing is that the mission, escaping Nas Braca. The Of course the students are pivotal and instrumental in doing this, and it seems like their biggest obstacle is overriding security bypasses from security protocols of their teachers. That's how they have to solve problems is by bypassing their teachers security protocols. And then here's this is the bottom line about Starfleet Academy. You might as well call this James Gunn Starfleet Academy, because this show is nothing but comedy. It's light. It's joke after joke after joke. Number one, the Jem'Hadar Klingon warrior is a joke. There's a scene in the second episode where there's a meeting between number one, the captain, and the doctor, played by Robert Picardo, and every time the doctor gets close to, he's complaining, the doctor's complaining. Every time he gets close to Captain Aki, she has to move away from him to the point where she's going down this bench every time he gets closer till she's right up against number one. And at that point, the two of them then move over every time they get close. That's the tone of Starfleet Academy.
So does it live up to the poster?
Yes, it does. I mean, this poster is 100% accurate to the relationship that these, except the kid on the far right, he's kind of the Draco Malfoy of the group.
This poster.
Look, this poster here. Sorry, my camera's backwards. So that poster there. The the this show is the show is for teens. 100% it's about teens. And like I said, the original series, it is much more of a military series, and I think that's what appealed to adults. The stakes were global as opposed to the stakes being, can he find his mother?
Right.
Alien races in the originals, in both the original series and the Next Generation, were meant to take aspects of humanity and kind of amplify it. For
Yeah.
example, the idea of the Klingons was about honor, and it was about being in the military, being warriors. Um, you don't soften them because you have to, or because you're fixing them. You soften them to make point. You keep them as warriors to make a point about humanity. But here we're basically, cutting the knees out of the Klingon race, and out of every race for that matter. The Betazoids now are more activists, as opposed to being empathetic. In fact, hey, guess what? The leader of Beta Z is deaf and speaks through sign language. Good for them. There's one Asian, and Becky Lynch is in the show as well. But this show is meant for kids. It's meant for young people. And it takes modern times. It takes activism. The idea that they make a big point about separating mothers and mothers and children, tells you that they're trying to hit modern problems.
Right.
So I can't imagine any fan of Star Trek, any adult fan of Star Trek, even connecting with this series in any way.
Well, on a scale of thumbs up to Picard putting his face in his hand, what would you rate this?
I would rate this Picard putting his face to his hand and weeping incessantly.
It's just is it even for people who like Star Trek?
It is so far in. I mean, I keep saying it. Modern television today is about correcting the past. And I believe there's a concerted attempt here to say that Roddenberry got it wrong and we're fixing it.
God, that is horrible. Yeah, I have no interest in seeing it.
Yeah.
Do you think we should even watch all the episodes and review them? I don't know. Is it worth it?
I don't know. I mean, I think we'd have to see all 6 and decide whether there are redeeming values, which I doubt, or if there's some lore breaking heresy that occurs. But I mean, maybe you could make the case for a One Tree Hill space saga, space soap opera. But again, they're branding it Star Trek, so that for the sole reason of getting an audience.
Yeah. Well, look, there's only 6 episodes. We'll go through them and review them if our audience wants to hear.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me see if I recall this story right, but it's the episode of Star Trek, the original series. Frank Gorshin plays a man whose face is half black, half white, and he's he's trying to capture a guy who's the opposite color. My understanding is those were the 2 last living beings of their race. Is that right?
They ended up, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess they're back.
Oh, they're back.
But
are they gonna?
It's a girl, and she's a student.
Are they gonna make a comment on racism?
No, I think they're trying to appeal to Star Trek fans and not knowing Star Trek lore enough to realize that you can't have that character.
Yeah, they were the last living of their kind. Their planet got destroyed over this conflict.
Yeah,
and so
the sole obsession was the last 2 of them coming out on top.
Wow. So, do you recommend Starfleet Academy?
Yeah, if you want to see a train wreck, if you like car crashes. Yeah, go see Starfleet.
Well, I was watching Red Letter Media, and they claimed to have a source at Paramount that said that the Star Trek Strange New Worlds episodes are getting in the thousands of views. Thousands, meaning our video clips on YouTube are performing better than episodes of Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
That
Well-
like thousands of views, not hundreds of thousands, thousands. That's the what the reaction has been. So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
crazy.
look, the audience is clearly Gen Z for this show. And the question is Gen Z an audience that you can reach at a large enough number that'll pay for this show?
Yeah. I think really not appealing to the core fandom.
Mhm.
They could have done a serious military with stakes, kind of put in some teen drama too, but these shows are small-minded, pandering, and don't ask big important questions. I mean, this is what used to frustrate me about teen shows as a kid. They focused on the dumbest types of teens. I remember when I was 14, I read Dune. I saw science fiction. And I thought very deeply about issues even as a kid. And this is pandering teen nonsense
Yeah.
that is meant to appeal to the lowest common denominator, the most simple-minded of kids that age, when there are actually people who do care and think more deeply about issues in the world and, dare I say, the universe. Like I remember, look, I had a core group of nerdy friends that we would talk comic books and philosophy and what we were going through. And I don't know, I just are these is this a reflection of real teens? That do they really? I guess they're just really
no, it's their perception of teens. The whole Beta Z thing. You know, they say that that the girl who's going to join Starfleet, she is the leader of the Beta Z youth movement. She is an activist. And then
Right.
Captain Aki says, "Oh, I love teen activism. I love it." This is, look, in terms of humanity and the discussions you have afterwards, let's assume that we watch it and that we understand the messages being said. You realize that the Federation is going down the wrong path. And we, the audience, are the only ones who know it. The creators of Star Trek don't know that.
Woo!